Hey everyone, it is us. I'm Tara. I'm back with Kris. It's Queerly Recommended. It's another bonus track. Woo! And you all chose it because we put up a Twitter poll and we said, what film do you want us to do a commentary track for next? And you chose Imagine Me and You.
So we're watching it.
Fun fact, I had never actually seen this film before. I had heard about it. I think I saw, 2 or 3 lesbian films before I saw the one that I was like, oh, I'm never watching another lesbian film ever again. Because I didn't think I could trust them, because I watched High Art.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Right? It was directed by, I forget her name, but she did The Kids Are All Right. And I think isn't she tied to the L Word somehow?
I don't. It sounds familiar. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And so like the death in that was so tragic that I was like, oh, is this what lesbian movies are? So I never saw this one, even though it turns out this one is much cuter and has 100% less lesbian death in it.
Right. Yes. So we are starting off and
Giles.
Yes, you're right. Buffy.
I don't care how many things he is in. So many things. He's in Ted Lasso. He's in tons of things. But you know what? For me, he's always only ever going to be Giles. He's Giles first, and then he's every other role second.
Well, that's like Piper. She was in what did she do? She
Coyote Ugly.
Well, of course we all know her from that. I think we all learned about her from that movie, but she was on a show. She was on like an action-packed series where she was like a ass-kicking spy cop / something. What was that series called?
I don't think I've seen it. So I also recently only saw Coyote Ugly for the first time, and
Where
it's
have
like
you been?
Saying that I don't need to watch this movie. But then what happened was, so I signed up for like a movie club Substack that Lindy West has. It's called Butt News. I highly recommend it. I know Butt News is the most ridiculous name, but it's kind of an extension of what she did with her book Shit Actually, where she'll like watch a film and then write a recap, and it's always hilarious. And so I think the second or third installment of Butt News was for Coyote Ugly, and I was like, all right,
I gotta watch that.
You found the one way to get me to watch this movie.
Can we just say that Cersei from Game of Thrones is the quote-unquote love interest? Can we talk about that too?
We can. And she's beautiful and does not bang her brother.
And she does not bang her brother. There is some banging, but it's not with her brother.
Right?
And,
important.
She's also not like, can kill people and rich and stuff like that. So the series was called Covert Affairs. And
I definitely did not see that.
4 years. Yeah. And
really?
So that was kind of fun. Yeah, it was for 4 years. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I think my dad watched it too. So that was one thing we had.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
This dude just acting like an odds dude.
This guy is a douchebag. Like I couldn't even be friends with him because he's so douchey.
No, but also in that way that like lots of dudes were douchey in 2005.
Right. That's true. What's the groom? What has he been in? I feel like I know him.
I don't know.
It's not For Weddings and a Funeral. I know I'm gonna type this in. Cast of.
Now, did you watch the trailer for this?
No, I just watched the movie.
Okay.
Maybe I saw the trailer. Maybe it's been years. It's been a long time.
So to prepare for watching the film the first time, I was like, what is this movie about anyway? I've only seen the cover. It is kind of one of those like iconic film posters.
Oh yeah. You're right. It does.
Yeah.
I recognize the covers. Correct. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I was like, I'm gonna watch this trailer and just see what's this thing about. And the thing that struck me about the trailer is that it really centers the groom. it's really about like him, like, what if you love this girl and you just want to marry her?
And that
And
baby.
then what if she falls in love with someone else? I'm sorry if I just spoiled this for anybody, but really you should have watched the movie before listening to the commentary because you're not going to hear the dialogue if you're listening to us.
That's true. So I'm looking at, oh, he's been in so much.
Yeah, I think he's one of those, hey, it's that guy actors.
Right. You see him everywhere. And you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember him from somewhere.
And I feel like that, like, as much as that's a thing, definitely with American actors, and I suppose by extension Canadian, because there's a lot of actors that I think are American until I look and I'm like, oh no, you're Canadian, cool. But there's this whole, like, especially in Britain, it's very much like, if you see like this, the woman, the mother, I've seen her in a billion things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they've been in one thing on BBC, they've probably been in 10 things in BBC.
Right. Yeah. There's only like 12 actors.
That's right. They're all just like, they're just
like
switching out wigs. Right. There.
Exactly. So he was in Leap Year. Do you remember that romantic comedy with what's her name? Amy Adams.
No, I meant to see it and then I never did. Oh, he was in Downton Abbey.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of things. Like I said, 12 actors.
Yeah.
And he's been on every single thing. Like literally look at his IMDb and it's like full of stuff that we've all heard of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. He's that actor.
Ooh, he was in The Good Wife. Did you like The Good Wife?
I never watched it.
Oh, wow. That is a show with some queer baiting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is like
married.
Hooray! Congratulations. I hope it lasts. Wait, what?
Hope those people didn't spend a lot of money on your gifts.
I mean, there is kind of something about when you go to a wedding and then like a couple of years later, maybe less, and you're just like, well, shit.
Yeah. I can't tell you the last wedding I went to. I can't remember it.
Oh,
I do remember.
Was Giles there?
Giles was not there.
What's the last wedding you went to?
I went to Sia Frizzell's wedding back 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I was dressed in like a suit. Right?
I bet you looked great.
I was wearing a suit. It was amazing. I had a good time.
Mm-hmm. I think the last wedding I went to was for Neil's oldest friend.
Like oldest friend or longest friend? Is he like 90 or has he been forever? I mean, that's a trick. It's a trick saying. What are we talking about?
Both. No, the guy that he's been friends with for the longest. Okay. Like, he's basically family. But that would have been, my youngest is 6, and I took her when she was a baby, so that would have been 6 years ago.
So why is the florist at the wedding? Like, do you invite your florist to weddings? Especially if there's no friendship there. Like, they don't even know each other. I
don't think you would. I mean, I did only because my aunt did the flowers for her wedding.
Right.
And also, do you really let your florist stick her nasty hand in the pie?
Oh my God. I know. There's like
that guy. See? that guy was in the show Coupling.
Okay.
Which was like a hilarious British sitcom from probably around the same time that this film came out, or maybe a little earlier. Maybe it was in the 90s.
That's funny.
Uh-oh. What song is he requesting? Is he going to pull a Norman? Is he going to do the thing my dad does? Is he going to ask for another one bites the dust? That is a callback for the people paying attention.
Right. I'll never forget that ever.
No. And he was so proud of himself every time.
I'm sure. And of course, like every wedding, you have to dance with the children. Everybody dances with the children. Because if you're not a good dancer, any child is going to make you look good. Or if you look bad, you can just blame it on the kid.
And if you say no to dancing with a small child who really wants to dance with you, you're basically a monster and everyone will know that.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Would okay. Even say you do have the florist come to the wedding. Do you let her be uncomfortably groped while dancing by the best man?
Why doesn't she say something? Why doesn't she say, hey, hands off?
Right?
Is it because it was 2005 and we didn't want to hurt men's feelings?
I think probably yes.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that.
I think you're right. Okay. Oh, we're going to play a fun game called Was This Written by a Man or a Woman?
Ooh, I'm going to say total dude. Well, I don't know. It could go
you
both
were
ways.
Correct.
Okay.
It was
written
it could be and directed by the same man. Whoa. Wait. He wrote The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel.
Oh, I never did see that, but it won a bunch of awards, right?
He wrote Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. So the sequel.
How did he fuck this one up?
He wrote the sequel to Mamma Mia.
Oh,
not
the original, the sequel. Okay, yeah.
No. Which was not, I don't know. The original, I thought it was fun. And then anything else he wrote, I've never heard of before.
Okay. I'm going to show you a picture, the funniest picture ever of me.
Okay.
And at the wedding, at Kris's wedding.
Oh, nice.
Find it. I will not be posting it. See.
But why? This feels like it would have been a fun wedding to attend.
It does. And it reminds me very much of Kris's wedding. It really does.
We went to a wedding in England once.
I heard it.
Neil stood in one. He was the best man. And it was like really nice. It was at like an old estate or something like that. It was just like very, I don't know. It was different than, yeah, it was different than kinds of weddings I went to growing up, but still like super nice. Okay. Oh, Kris Bryant texted me a photo.
Yes.
And you look like you're looking down some cleavage.
It's funny. It's one of those live photos.
This is incredible, especially because it looks like you're looking down this person's cleavage and her wife is right next to her and she looks super stoked about it.
It totally was. That's Fiona.
Well, I wasn't sure if that was okay for people to know. Yes, it was you staring down Fiona Riley's wife's cleavage.
Right, for sure. It was a stage picture, but it was hilarious.
It was a party. Everybody
had a party. I know. It was fun because I got to be the backup photographer for that.
Oh, fun.
And I did for Kathy, for Kris's wife.
Mm-hmm.
They're both Kathy's, Kathy and Kathy. Awesome.
Come
Kathy
on.
And, I know 5 Kathys. I always have to use a last name when I say what Kathy I'm talking about because I know 5 Kathys that I talk to on a regular basis.
Well, yeah.
So, so for Kathy, for her birthday, I think it was, or maybe it was Christmas, I did a Kindle. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those, not just a Kindle, but it was like a Fire tablet. So I downloaded all their wedding pictures on it and their wedding videos. And then I did a couple of the books, a couple of my books, put it on there. And I did Kris's books, put them on there and sent it to her. And she had no idea the wedding pictures were there. It wasn't until 2.5 or 3 years later when I got there. Yeah. And I'm like, I go, oh, I said something about, so did you like the pictures? I said something and they're like, what? I'm like, what? So they had no idea the pictures were there.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Yes.
Well, so you did a nice thing, even if it took them forever to learn.
Yeah. She was like, great. Cause they were too embarrassed or not embarrassed. They were just like, so much time had passed that cause they asked for them. I'm like, sure. Yeah. I'll send them to you. And then they never got them, but they did get them. They just didn't realize. So
amazing. Okay, so a couple of months ago was when we did the poll for doing this, and I'm trying to remember if it was Wendy or somebody else, but somebody on Twitter asked us to make sure specifically to talk about question why one of the characters is wearing the same pants for the whole movie. She must be talking about Cersei, right?
Probably, yeah. Yes.
I don't think I noticed the first time. So I guess we just have to see.
Well, it was like filmed in like a day or something, I'm sure.
Right. So she only needed one pair of pants.
She only needed one pair of pants. Like it was instant love. You know, they fall in love. And yeah.
How convenient.
Hey, that's a bird of paradise flower, FYI.
Oh.
You as a gardener, yeah, you should be planting these.
Probably not in Calgary.
Probably not.
It is very cold.
Where it's barren and
yes.
You can only grow like fur things.
I'm so glad that you read the brochure about us.
Anything higher than Minnesota, I'm out.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend you come here during like certain parts of the year. Unless you like skiing. If you like skiing, definitely, you know, come and stop here on the way out to Banff.
Okay.
You can fly in here.
Yeah, I don't fly.
You could drive in here.
I could try. It take like 2 weeks. Okay, so let's talk about what they're doing.
You just speed drove to P-Town. I'm almost positive I am closer to you than P-Town is.
Probably.
We're gonna find this out.
But can I even get across to can I do the border? Is the border?
I don't know. Are you a criminal?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, now you do. It's probably okay. Okay, so I'm looking up Kansas City from here.
Ooh.
Driving from my house to
my house.
Google had to think about it. It is a 23.5-hour drive.
That's exactly how long it is to P-Town. Not even kidding.
Well, that's kind of cool. So
it's exactly 23.5 hours.
You can either go from Alberta to Saskatchewan and then cross into, wait, what state is it? I don't know, the state underneath it, and then through South Dakota. And then I think Iowa. Is there a state between Iowa and Kansas?
Yeah, it's called Nebraska.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like you follow that border, or you can go down through
35. You're probably looking at 35.
Oh, okay. Or you can go through 35. Montana to Wyoming to whatever is between Wyoming and Kansas.
There's like Colorado. Yeah.
Oh, that's probably
it's
the
like
one.
I couldn't even you couldn't do our states and I can't do your provinces. I don't know.
Okay. We have 10 provinces and you have 50 states. To be fair, I still don't know where the
to be fair are. Like at least our states you know and people talk about them and it's pretty easy to spell, but like Saskatchewan, there are things that I don't even know, like Manitoba. I guess I could pronounce it and spell it, but
you just did it.
Manitoba.
Congratulations.
British Columbia. Is Vancouver one? No, is it?
Vancouver is in British Columbia.
It is. Okay, so I suck at that. Nova Scotia. Is Nova Scotia part of you or no?
It is. Okay. It is.
And I am not even looking. I know there's Quebec.
Yep.
And then there's
where my people landed like 300 years ago.
Your people landed. It sounds alien.
Because
most people don't think of water when they think of Canada. They think really cold tundra type land.
Yeah, that's part of it, like up at the top. But it's still, I mean, we still have coasts, same as you. They extend from your coast.
They do, but they're like so far apart, like super far apart.
I think this is part of the problem of anytime there's any kind of like, it could be the weather, like anything that shows a map of the US from within the US just shows that. It's like they cut off Mexico and they cut off Canada.
Yeah. It's a big blob. You're just a big blob up there.
Yeah. Alaska floats alone.
Right. Alaska does float alone.
Look at businessmen talking business rapidly on a flip phone.
All men.
Mm-hmm. Well, there can't be dames working in the office.
Dames. There can't be dames working in the
Oh, there's one. It's a woman.
She probably, I missed her completely. I missed her.
She was wearing a suit and she had kind of a short haircut. So she looked like one of the dudes, but it was a woman.
It was a woman.
Well, it looked like a woman. Not to presume anyone's gender, but
there we go.
There's another one.
But she had papers, and
there's a decent chance she was fetching coffee for someone because 2005.
Right, because she's a woman, and it was 2005. Here's something. I can't wear lipstick. I don't wear lipstick.
I hate wearing lipstick.
It makes no sense. Look at these lips, though. I have super red lips.
Yeah, you don't need it.
I don't need it.
Did you do lip gloss?
No, I do nothing. These are my lips.
No, I have to have some kind of lip balm on all the time.
I do lip balm at night because I guess I lick my lips a lot when I sleep. Whatever. I don't know. It's one of those things. My mom said when I was a kid, I used to lick my lips all the time and I was chapped all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
So like now I always have there's always a chapstick nearby when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Not right now. Okay. So back to the movie. What's happening? Does she have a date? We need to get the character.
Well, they have people on their way over and he's like, hey, you look hot. What if we fuck now? And she's like, what do you mean? What if we fuck now? We have people coming over. He's not as quick as he thinks he is. Or if he is, he's not as generous as he thinks he is.
Look at those flowers.
Those are beautiful.
Those flowers. You know what those flowers say?
I'm going to take your wife.
You went for forever and I went for the quickie. So what did
I just said take. I didn't say for how long.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, that's like old school language. Take. Let me take her. Let me take you.
There you go. Steal.
And you know what? Here's another thing I don't like about those lilies. They're not, see, it's a different bouquet than what she was given because they were all closed. The lilies were all closed. There was only a couple that were open.
Yeah.
She's rearranging them or putting them in a vase. They're all suddenly open and full and beautiful. And
well, they're happy to see her.
They are happy to see her.
They're all excited.
I
haven't seen him in that much, and there's something about him that is unnervingly familiar, as if did we work together at a job before?
He come on, he looks like every quasi good looking, self-assured dude that I have known in my life and I've been friends with, but he looks kind of, he seems kind of,
yeah, he looks like a normal dude, but a good-looking
normal
dude.
A good-looking normal dude. Unlike his douchebag friend who is getting ready to come over.
Yeah.
Surprise, guess what? We're setting you up with this guy, even though you just told me you're a lesbian.
Right. I don't understand the appeal of. Although maybe, is he even supposed to be appealing? I'm not sure he is.
I think he's supposed to be because he's tall and he's blonde and he's fit. It's like Rocky.
Tell me more. What do you mean?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Rocky.
Oh, all I pictured was Sylvester Stallone, and I'm like, what? Are you sure?
No, Rocky. Just give this guy a bowl haircut, and it's the same.
You know what? I would much rather see this guy in drag. Give me the transformation, please. How do they hide how square that jaw is?
Right. That's true. Look at that.
No, that's not sexy. That's gross.
He would look better as an evil dude with his hair all slicked back, wearing all black. He would look like a bad villain. That's it.
Yeah.
Not villains are good, but
make him a Bond villain.
Right.
He might be old enough now. He would have been too young at that point, I think, to be a credible Bond villain.
Now he has a beer belly. I'm just going with that.
We can only hope. That's not nice. Maybe he's a nice guy.
He sure is.
The funny thing is, his IMDb photo, his hair is slicked back. Well, not slicked, but it's pushed back. Yeah.
Oh, pushed back. Look.
But in a way that it's all staying there. You're right. It looks better that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can just. So the guy, I now know who the husband reminds me of. One of my friends, one of my coworkers, her husband. I took pictures. I took family pictures and then baby pictures. I took not wedding pictures, but kind of couple pictures. It was after they were married. I took pictures before and after kids.
Yeah.
And that's who he looks like. So I'm going to show you a picture of him too.
Okay.
I'm going to show you all these cool pictures.
I love how that's like she's a lesbian gets dropped like it's a punchline.
Oh, I'll change her.
Right?
That is like the worst for me.
Well, isn't that basically the whole premise of Chasing Amy? It's been so long since I've seen it, but it's
I know. Yeah.
I can turn her, and then he kind of does, but
Right.
then he doesn't end up with, I don't know. I can't go back to that. That was not good.
Why can't I like find my friend?
I feel like this is supposed to be one of those like iconic moments in what are you doing? Rain. It's gorgeous. You're very twee, hanging out in the pouring rain.
Let me tell you, my editor is like, stop with the rain scenes. They're overused. You're not allowed to have any more rain scenes in your books. So no more rain scenes for me.
Did you say you can't tell me what to do? And then she said, yes, I can. I'm your editor.
And I'm like, and I bowed down and said, you're absolutely right. I'm never going to do another scene out there in the rain.
But what if you did?
Oh, it's true. What if
this is cute. They do have good chemistry.
Do they?
Well,
I think Piper is very I'm trying to find a good picture of this woman's husband where you can see it. I don't know if you can see that or
not. Yeah, he does look kind of like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does. He's blonde though, but looks just like him. The same blue eyes, the same,
Which one would play the evil twin?
Right. Not him. Josh is nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive you home because you're a lesbian and I made a bet with my friend that I could change you.
Surely, at least for the sake of this bet, I can have a handy, please.
Right. It's a long drive. It's raining. I'm a little tense.
Right. You know what would help with that? A little roadhead. No, thank you.
Oh my God. Here, let me teach you how to drive stick. Why did you do this to me? You made me bad.
I have no regrets.
So they're now at a diner. Is it a diner?
I think so. I thought she just wanted to go home. Let her go home.
I bet she's just pulled it. I need to get a cup of coffee to stay awake because it's a long drive to your house that I'm driving you to.
And I really need to convince you to have sex with me when we get there.
Right. So I'm going to give you
Let me build my case. What's
he doing? It's so funny. I absolutely hated her.
Really?
In Game of Thrones. Oh my God. I hated her.
I thought you meant in this, like the first time you watched it. And I'm like, why? She's fun.
She's fun-ish, but she's also everywhere. And that bothers me.
In that show?
I'm sorry. No, in this. In this movie, she's everywhere. Like they run into her everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which aren't they in London? That's kind of hard to do unless they're sticking within a 2-block radius. Like London is huge.
Right. Oh, look.
Yeah.
There we are.
Again, here. Yeah.
Hey, this is my girlfriend, but it's not really my girlfriend because I don't want you to think I have a girlfriend.
Right. But also big queer vibes from Edie.
100%. Edie would be somebody I would date.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's be fair. I would date any of these women.
That is fair. I, however, would not date Cersei if she had her hair in those braids. That's terrible. I'm judging her now.
You are totally judging her by the hair.
Yeah.
Although I have a problem with Piper's nervous energy throughout this movie.
Those are the same pants. Sorry, her nervous energy throughout the movie.
Nice. Yes, she has too much nervous energy. And I get it when you are finally having these feelings and you don't know what to do with them. How old was I? I was old, but not that old.
When this came out?
No, when I came out.
You were a baby. Oh, when
I was a baby. Yeah.
Okay.
So I knew the whole nervousness. I get that.
Yeah.
But she's awkward all the time.
Yes.
There is too much awkwardness.
Do you think she's playing a character, or do you just think she wasn't necessarily that great an actor at that point?
I think it's a character thing, maybe. I mean, like, who here has Grammys, or not Grammys? What am I saying? Emmys or Golden Globes, or any sort of, Oscar under their belt? I don't think anybody does. The closest would be Cersei, right? Like some TV outstanding villain
for
performance, something like that.
You're saying of all the actors in this?
Yeah, yes.
Probably no one. Maybe the woman who plays Piper Parabo's mom, because she's been in like a bunch of British stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if she had like a BAFTA of some sort.
Let's check it out.
Well, she's Celia Emery. Which of course, every listener is like, oh yes, of course, Celia Emery. Yeah, she is an Olivier Award-winning and Screen Actors Guild nominated actress.
Nominated, yeah. So there you go. Right. So let's look at Cersei. I don't even know Cersei's real name. Like, what is even her name in this movie? Somebody's Lucy, maybe. And
one of them's Lucy. Oh God, IMDb has asked me how I would rate this. Decline. I choose not to. Lena Headey.
That's it.
Cersei, and her character's name is Luce. And then Piper Parabo is Rachel. And for some reason that I don't understand, the husband's name is Heck. Is that his real name or his nickname?
Maybe it's his last name, Heck.
Maybe it's his last name. See, nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Okay, so I'm gonna look here. Let's look to see. I had to have think.
Also, she's wearing a slip. Do people wear slips anymore?
Not anymore. They were all banned in 2011.
You made that up.
I totally made that up. But I feel like the slip is a dead thing.
Yeah, like a very dead.
Anymore. Right.
Like I wore them in grade school. Like when my mom would put me in
Nobody
skirts.
wore them in grade school.
Yes, my mother was like, you wear this under your skirt. And so in grade school and maybe high school.
No.
Oh yeah. It was a very good Catholic
I did in
girl
corporate America, but that was it. Here we go. Awards and nominations. Ruthless Queen. 5 Primetime Emmy Award nominations and a Golden Globe Award nomination.
For who?
For Cersei. Lena Headey.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah. So
were some of those for Game of Thrones?
They were all for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that makes sense. I only watched 4 episodes of Game of Thrones.
Oh my God.
Well, so I tried it and Neil said, it was about 4 episodes in, and Neil said, are you enjoying it? And I said, it's very good. And he said, but are you enjoying it? And I said, not really. Because I felt like I was constantly bracing myself for something awful to happen. And everything I've heard about what follows tells me that I was right to brace myself.
Yeah, it was like I said before, I think we just talked about it in our podcast that's coming out, or is already out by this time. Game of Thrones and Walking Dead are shows I will never watch again. I'm so invested in them, but I will never watch them again. So she's actually, I'm looking at Lena's awards and nominations. She's a bunch. She won a Silver Iris Award for Aberdeen in 2001 before either one of us was born.
Oh, cool. Right.
She was nominated for like Teen Choice Award, a Saturn Award, Scream Award, SFX Award, Portal Award.
Good for her.
Screen Actors Guild Award, Women's Image Network Award, Golden Nymph Award. I want to win that.
Right. You want to win that? That's going on your bucket list.
Woo, yeah. Primetime Emmy.
Nominate Kris.
For what? Yeah.
For the Golden Nymph Award, please.
Yes, please. Golden Globe, Satellite Awards. Yeah, so she's been nominated a bunch, like at least 20 times for things. Good for her.
For her. Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening now? I've been chit-chatting and looking at the computer.
There's a school presentation. So there's a little girl. I quite like her. Fine addition to the film. But she looks unnervingly like the child version of one of my coworkers. And then I keep thinking, what the hell is she doing in this movie? Except it's not her. because my coworker was not a child actor.
Oh, look at this. Touching.
Oh.
Touching me. What the hell?
Right?
In front of everybody.
But it's
like
dark,
if anybody did
so
that to my hair, like seriously, if anybody did, no,
right.
That was all.
Ta-da!
Like if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, oh my god, they're gonna kiss me. Where are my glasses? Damn it!
Look at her face. She's torn. She knows. She knows she shouldn't do this.
Why is Lucy? Why is she at this thing? Because isn't it Piper's sister?
Yeah, so I think her sister invited her.
But why? Hey, you're the flower lady. Will you come to my school performance?
Also that. Why is this adult woman making friends with a child and
right.
showing
that is like not, that is frowned upon in this country.
I mean, I totally understand, like you bump into your friend's kid or your customer's kid, I guess in this case, and like, you know, you have some banter, a little bit of chit chat, but it's not like, hey, can you come to my school? Oh, I'm really sorry, I can't do that, I'm kind of busy. Like,
yeah, that's like, yeah, standard 101, how to handle a child when they ask you. I'm tangled up in all my cords, as you can tell.
I can't. your video's not going that high.
Okay, I'm losing. Here we go.
You gonna make it?
Okay, yeah, I think so.
I've definitely seen this woman before. Oh, of course I did. She was the teacher. I just saw her. She was the teacher and everybody's talking about Jamie.
Oh, yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she who? Which one?
The coworker who's right next to her right now.
Oh, okay.
The one that rolled up. Yeah, she's great in that.
Oh. I wonder what she does. What does Rachel do for a living? I'm gonna try to use their name.
Business stuff in a business office.
Probably a bunch of women.
So probably marketing.
I was totally gonna say marketing. Oh, we're gonna get some lesbian porn.
Oh yeah,
the, lesbian porn. This is before Pornhub.com and all the other internet.
Right, when there was no streaming.
Right.
Well, like 2005. Surely she could have at least like looked at some pictures or something. I fucking love this woman. Just the look she's
totally
giving her.
Judging her 100%.
Wonderful.
Georgie's
Best performance.
Wink. Oh God, here comes mom.
You know, I feel like if I only saw this scene, it would be still worth it because the comedy is fantastic.
I mean, why would you be embarrassed? I guess so. I guess your mom would question that. You could just say, hey, I'm getting it for my husband.
Right.
George's Bush. For heck. There we go.
Fantastic. Just even like the idea of renting movies at now, like just going to a store to do it. So I'm trying to think how long ago it was. It was within the last 6 months. My youngest daughter, who, like I said, she's 6, she wanted to watch Little Mermaid. So which she's seen a billion times, but Disney Plus, we turn it on. And I said, my parents gave this to me for my 11th birthday. And she says, what, like a doll? And I was like, no, they gave me the movie. And she could not even compute.
It was a tangible thing back
and it was day. Like, it was a cassette. It wasn't even a DVD. It was a cassette.
Yeah.
Because
block.
I am not a baby. I'm an old. Also, like, he's such a good sport.
He really is.
I kind of think like he might be open to the idea of his wife having a girlfriend if they were just to have, like, I could see him being, if that was to be a movie where that's like an ethical conversation and a choice. I could kind of see him saying, like, if that's what you need.
I think so too.
That's not where this goes.
I know, but I agree. I feel like he could be that kind of person that would be up for it, but he feels threatened by women loving women, and people, to be fair,
like he's not wrong in this case.
Not wrong, exactly. Yeah.
Why does Giles look so manic right now?
Because he needs, I don't know. Like, what's he do? Is he looking for money? Why does he keep fidgeting?
I think maybe.
They didn't even hand him any money.
He's stealing these.
Nobody paid for the food.
You know what? He just paid for a wedding. He doesn't have any money left.
Right. He's broke.
Yeah.
Assuming the traditional thing.
Yes.
He's getting marital advice.
Right? Well, and didn't he just say like the only thing he can think of when he looks at him is like, you bang my daughter?
Yeah.
What a weird, childish approach to that.
What are we celebrating here? Why is there why do we have fireworks?
It's a good question. It's cold enough for jackets.
Right. So what could it be? But everything is cold in London, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know enough about their holidays.
Yeah.
If you know and you feel like letting us know, you can either find us on Twitter or you can email podcast@queerlyrecommended.com and let us know, because we are curious.
This is like New York style, end of the year, New Year's Eve. Maybe it's New Year's Eve, but do we have Christmas? I don't remember.
I don't think so, because they just had an outdoor wedding. But how long are they past their wedding?
Maybe a couple months. I don't know. Let's go home. It's time to go home.
So why is the coworker? So are they coworkers but best friends?
It's possible.
Does this kid just make friends with every adult?
Luce.
Oh, there she is again with the same pants. It is the same pants.
That's hilarious. But again, this is filmed in a day, I'm sure.
It's a long ass day. Oh, all right. Let's have the kids flirting. Compulsory heterosexuality, everybody.
Got to make sure that we're still aware of it watching this lesbian movie.
Aren't they cute? The adults.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that was in there. It serves no purpose to move the story forward, It doesn't, which is why I think it's really just there for compulsory heterosexualide. Also, I love that their pants match. They both have those wide flare,
wide-legged jeans. Yeah.
And they're not even bell bottoms. They're just wide. They're just flare jeans. And they're making a comeback. Aren't they coming back with that style?
Are they? Oh, I
don't know. They have the high-rise jeans, which just makes me want to cry when I see them.
No. Well, that's right. Wasn't there a thing about like Gen Z versus millennials where Gen Zs are like, no, fuck your super tight. What is it? The fuck your skinny jeans. That's what moms wear. Meanwhile, they go back to wearing the shit that my mom was wearing in the 1980s. And I'm like, pardon?
Right. Like, I can't imagine wearing, like, I'll wear skinny jeans now. I can't imagine going back to even boot cut. It's like, I can't imagine.
No.
I just can't.
I could do straight leg. I don't think I could do boot cut. I have too many high tops, and high tops don't look good with boot cut. They look good with skinny jeans. And they look okay with straight leg.
My thing was like, I wear men's jeans because they fit me better and they have great pockets. And if you don't know this already, like, for all the listeners out there, if you struggle with these small, tiny women's pockets, then go to men's, because and your butt will still look good and it'll still fit. And I love men's jeans.
I used to do that. Wow. So I could do that in high school. Because I had no hips. But I can't do that now because not only do I have hips, but I'm also really, really short. So
that's right. Your teacup size, I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
You're tiny.
Yeah.
I look at you and you don't look tiny. I look tiny right now.
How tall do you think I am?
You're tiny. You're like barely 5 feet.
Okay, so I'm 5'1", but if you didn't know that, how tall would you think I was?
I would think you're like 5'6", 5'7", easily.
Wonderful. How tall are you?
I'm like 5'9".
Are you serious?
Not at all.
You asshole. How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like,
but I want to be like 5'7", 5'9",
I've seen
whatever.
so many photos of you from like events and stuff where I'm like, that doesn't track. What monsters are you standing next to in all these other photos?
I know. I'm relatively short in my group. Everybody's.
That makes sense.
I think there's only a few people like my height, but everybody else is taller.
Yeah. And then there's Ray, the peanut.
There's Ray, that's about the size of you. Yeah. Actually, Ray is maybe 4'11", maybe.
Okay.
I believe I picked them up and swung them around in P-Town.
When we meet in person, please don't do that.
Can I do that, please?
I'd really rather you not.
I hold you like this, like a little baby.
I do not like to be picked up.
So I know I don't either. I have such an issue with it, like big time. Like if somebody even tries to pick me up, I will like go to the floor. I will go to the ground, go to the floor. It's like, do not fucking pick me up without my permission.
When I was in high school, I topped out at this height when I was about 16, but I was like, I don't know, 110 pounds or something. Again, tiny. And so there was this guy in my youth group who liked to scoop me up and hold me like, I don't know, however you hold somebody when you scoop them up, I guess, like front, but he was
like you're going through the wedding, like through the door.
Yeah.
Okay,
like that, like that. And then he would run straight at a wall.
Oh my God.
Because he was an asshole.
Did he hit the wall with you?
No,
he always. Okay, I was gonna say what.
But
that's called assault. So
right,
maybe you should have filed like a suit against him or something.
With who? The youth pastor? He wouldn't have done anything. Oh, boys, like
boys will be boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let's have yelling. Let's have shouting lessons so I can touch your tummy. No, we're gonna touch your underboob.
I was gonna say that is not really tummy. That is underboob. For sure. Now she's gonna get behind.
Shouting
I'm gonna get behind you.
Right. I'm gonna stroke both your underboobs with my thumbs.
They are pretty.
Pay no attention. It's necessary.
Yeah.
See, they do have good chemistry.
Yeah, I guess so. Once she's chill and she's not like freaked out.
I gotta say, I'm enjoying this a lot more than the first time I saw it.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so it's kind of like a new movie for me.
And
I like their hats. I'm totally into both their hats. FYI.
I want Luce's hat. That's the one I want.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm very loud.
Seems
FYI.
ridiculous. How could this be happening? But perhaps it's the foreshadowing. No, well, no, not without a megaphone.
Nobody's really that loud.
No, not unless you tap into the power of the underboob.
The underboob. That's true.
So
they're at a soccer game. So we're trying to figure out what the holiday was because there's soccer still going on. There was a wedding. There was outdoor fireworks and stuff.
Okay.
Now we're gonna karaoke or dance. What are we doing? Oh,
we're playing Dance Revolution, which I think this is so stupid that it flips back into being adorable. Like, again, it's like such a, yeah, you can definitely still play games like this at like game places.
Right.
But it just seems like it's so of 2005.
Right. And like there's nobody else in the whole place. And there would always be, in 2005, there would be a line behind that.
Right?
You're done dancing. It's our turn.
And having the game sounds with it. Like, come on.
That's true.
It's so cheesy. I love it.
Everybody was stressed when they did that game. Like,
you
were like, pay attention. Red, red, pink, 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 blue, up, 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 left, left.
It was hard.
You did not do this whole, no, that did not happen.
No,
unless you're trying to get flirt dancing, unless you're trying to get into her pants. I'm just saying, like, this would not be a thing.
I would say she was not trying to get into her pants. Yes, this is a very platonic, friendly, just friends. I touch all my friends' under boobs. How about you?
I do have some friends that probably, what am I saying? Probably they do that, but I mean, truly friends, not like, there's like no chemistry.
No,
it's all for fun.
No, I did have a friend. I can't even remember why. And we haven't really been friends in a long time, but I just remember at one point, just for comedy, she just leaned over and just went honk and grabbed my boob. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Consent.
Right. It was ridiculous.
See, so she goes and she kisses her. She wants to, but she doesn't. She puts her hands up. What's the deal? Okay, so let's talk about this. We have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
So she just got married.
Yes.
And like everybody is all on board for this relationship to happen, even though she just got married. They want this lesbian relationship to happen.
Yeah, you're talking about viewers, not any character in this film.
Right, for sure. Just the viewers are like, go, yeah, woo, they got together. So how is it okay to do this in movies, but when you have any sort of an affair in a book, like they shred you, like readers will just shred it.
So yes, cheating is one of those massive taboos in the lesfic community. Right. But what I have noticed is that as much as there are readers who will say, I'll never read a book if there's cheating on it, because for whatever reason, that's just like an absolute no in lesfic. They don't necessarily mind if it's a husband or boyfriend being cheated on. They definitely don't mind if he's an asshole. So like the husband in Flinging It by G. Benson is terrible. Like he's abusive and he's gaslighting her and he's all that. And so it's that, I mean, that's one too where I'm like, yeah, get out of that marriage. Yeah. Like get help. He's a bad man. But there's even in the ones where the guy isn't bad.
Like this.
Yeah. Like it seems like it's okay as long as obviously she's leaving him for a woman. Mm-hmm. But you can't show him being in tremendous pain. It seems like that's almost the thing. Like if there's cheating that a person can identify with, they don't want to see it. And if there's cheating that causes a lot of pain, they don't want to read it. Well, and I think a lot of that too is because everybody sees lesfic as just romance, right? Like we were talking about that in a recent episode. Yeah. And so if you're reading romance, it's almost that like, well, I don't want that much real life in there. And it's like, okay, but romance reflects real life too.
Right. Exactly. And like affairs happen. This is a thing, you know, and it's,
yeah.
So I, as a writer, I have an issue because I don't want to approach a subject that is just going to get basically shit on by reviewers and readers because they don't like the concept of affairs. But then you have 1,000, people who love this movie and they're okay with it. So, and Heck is a kind of a good guy. I mean, he does nothing wrong. He doesn't become explosive and abusive once he finds out. Mm-mm. He's just like, what, he's just so confused and hurt and it's okay. It's a dude. It's okay. Hey, lesfic. It's okay. He's a dude. All right. Okay. So I have an issue with that because, marriage is marriage. So you can't.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I'm just saying you can't come at me like that because, whether it's marriage between two women or a heterosexual marriage, I mean, it's still marriage. Mm-hmm. So don't come at me and say it's okay if it's a guy, not you particularly, but I'm talking about like reviewers, if I have cheating between women versus cheating between a man and a woman. So
do you
this
think
is something that bothers me?
I think that's fair. I think that's a totally fair complaint, but do you think this movie doesn't get looked at that critically and in that way because of when it came out, because it came out in 2005 and like there just wasn't a lot of choice in films, and so you kind of have to
go with it
exactly go with it and just like take whatever lesbian representation in film you get. Like I wonder if it would be received the same if it were released now. Like obviously update the actors for now,
Right.
update the costumes for now, maybe get Lena Headey more than one pair of pants, but
a wardrobe change.
Right?
Yeah.
We can afford two more pairs of pants. So like, do you think it could get released now in the same way?
I think this is good for the time, for 2005. I think it's good because and it was like mainstream. Like, was it mainstream? It had some pretty heavy hitting actors in this.
I don't know.
I'm thinking it had to have been like, maybe it was, released worldwide / statewide, whatever, countrywide. And you can tell like the director knows how to direct a movie. You can just tell. I mean, this cinematography is like a normal, quote unquote, a normal movie. So there's a budget.
The scene is great too.
Yeah. Hello, just us. Find us.
How cute are these guys though?
Right. So he's not like, he's a normal dude and he's not offended by these gay guys that are in the woods having sex. I mean, he's a good guy.
He is.
And they like, hey, I just had my hand somewhere, but I'm going to shake your hand. Like, my hands were just touching my junk.
Guy, yeah.
But like, I seriously would not, I'd be like, okay, hi. Like, I would not like,
elbow.
Hey, how's it going?
Do the COVID elbow.
I wouldn't even do the fist on that one.
No.
Yeah. So yes, so probably it was good because somebody doesn't die. The lesbian doesn't die. So that's good. So I guess there's that. And they do show her struggle. I'm just saying that even books that were written by lesbian writers that
what was coming out at this point?
Let's go back.
This was around, wasn't this around when Bold Strokes was getting started?
Yeah, we were just kidding. I think in 2004 is when we started. I could be making it up. I don't know. But let's look at let me look at this one book that I had that we talked about.
Yeah, so the film High Art that I was talking about at the beginning of this is 1998.
98. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so originally published. Okay, so Georgia Beers's book, Thy Neighbor's Wife, was published in 2003.
Yeah.
And that got some shit.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
So, but everybody's like, yay, this movie, woohoo, around the same time as this book. Boo, book, boo. So, I don't know. I feel like, I feel like the
we're gonna make out on flowers.
No, I almost missed it.
Holy shit, she's ruining her stock. I hope that kiss was worth it.
Look at me, I'm sitting with a smile on my face. They're kissing. I love it. And there's hands and they're all over each other.
It's very pretty.
It is very pretty.
But like the practical adult in me is like, how much? No, that's the worst tattoo.
Stamp.
All of her, her arm tattoo was also terrible. Yeah.
Well, you're on thorns, princess. You can't be.
Again, like, she's a business owner. How much of her stock is she ruining?
Why does she have a bed in her back room?
Does or does not?
Why does she?
If she does she live not there? On it. No, they're on the flowers.
But the flowers have to be on something. What are they on?
Oh, like a table? No,
that can't be a table.
Bench?
That's too that's what I'm
the
saying.
Floor?
Where are they? What are they on? They're not on the floor. They're up. And it looks like there's some sort of give. Who knows? Like, what are the odds? What are the odds?
Right.
That he's going to show up right when his wife's in the other room.
There are only 4 blocks in London. The rest of London has shut down. What if this is actually a zombie apocalypse movie? Right. It's just them in their radius.
There's like nobody walking the streets.
No.
So she hears all this saying like, I don't know what's wrong with my wife. She's distant. How would you feel if you were loose going, oh my God?
Oh, like they are digesting their organs with guilt.
For sure. It's like, pack your bags. Both of you are on this guilt trip.
But because they're in, the UK, they should just pack their bags and go on a trip somewhere else in Europe because flights are so cheap. Just go do that.
They are. Take her somewhere. Where'd you go for your honeymoon? Nowhere. Did they go anywhere? I don't think we know.
If they did, we didn't see that. Okay. No, because we don't really see the two of them celebrating their love or anything like that. It's just like, oh, they get married, she's the florist, and then it's like normal life. See, no, there's nothing wrong with you.
You're being perfectly fine. You're being a good guy.
Go find someone who doesn't want to bang Lena Headey. It's okay.
Right. Well, good luck there.
Oh, right. Good point.
Yeah.
Maybe a very lovely gay dude. Maybe he
possible.
too. Oh, see, that should have been the follow-up. How he falls in love with a very nice man.
I agree.
I would watch that.
One of the guys from the park behind the tree.
They're a throuple now? I would watch this movie.
I would watch it too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. I'm just going to throw a bunch of eucalyptus in a brown bag. No flowers, just like filler.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a great spot for business.
Oh, yeah.
Except there's nobody in town. They're all gone.
Right.
But I love the corner type shops. I love that.
Yes. Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm with her. Talk to your wife. I'm sorry.
Look at that.
But
It's
I
all
can't.
greens. I'm not going to give you any roses to give to your wife because really that's
we broke them all when we were making it. Oh, come on.
Right. Who does that?
A child.
Run. She's running. God damn it. She's running.
Of course she is. Yep. Same pants. Well, are they the same? Those ones might be a little different.
It's a little wider on the thigh.
Yeah. I think they're distressed a little differently too.
Yeah.
Also, I always forget how this is the time of layering shirts upon shirts.
Actually, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I was a baby, but I remember that.
Sure. Well, yeah, your mom put 4 shirts on you.
That's true. And your mom put you in slips.
Right? She did. God bless her.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I should show you.
Here comes the realization. Oh, we can't do this.
Wait, does she have literally 4 shirts on? Undershirt, red shirt. Yeah, but is she wearing 2 jackets? Is she wearing 2 cardigans? Don't forget me.
How can you forget your first?
Right? Unlikely. She's going to go home with thorn prints in her butt.
Right.
That is a beautiful shot.
Uphill battle. See, there's so much symbolism in this shot right now.
Cloudy day.
With a little bit of sun.
Conflict. That's the woman you didn't see before. Well, she's gone now.
Missed her again. It just wasn't meant to be.
If Kris doesn't see her as a woman actually there.
She's not there.
He's
so lonely.
It is interesting that it's so I think the thing that surprised me most watching this is because I've seen people in the lesfic community talking about how much they love it for years, right? Mm-hmm. Lots of people saying, oh, that's my favorite movie. It's so beautiful. And so I expected it to just be a romance between the 2 women. And I was really surprised that it's actually about the 3 of them. There's much more of his perspective than I expected to see.
Plus, I mean, she's in a bad spot because he is a really nice guy.
He is.
He even does the right thing here. At his job, he's like, fuck you, I'm not doing this to this person. Yeah. You're being a jerk. I can't.
Yeah, he has principles.
He does. So, I mean, that's really hard.
Come on. He has principles and a cute face. What more could you want? Only Lena Headey. Fair enough.
I know. I was going to say that's still a toss-up. That's still hard.
Yeah.
It's still hard. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You'd be surprised at how I'm getting bullied about this movie.
Who's bullying you?
Don't say anything bad about this movie.
Oh no. You know what? We could have said much worse things about this movie.
That's true. For sure. Jeffrey.
Very intense.
Very. That sucks.
Nobody wants your knob.
Oh, yeah. A bonus as big as my knob.
Again, like anybody gives a shit about your knob. Okay, there is a GIF, and it is the funniest thing. And I wish I could remember the tweet that I saw it in reference to, but it's just the little boy from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. And it's basically talking about like men always. And then it's the little boy from little boy from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks saying, "What's that got to do with my knob?"
Oh, that's funny. Because as a lesbian, I don't hear a lot of knob jokes. I just,
as a
yeah, you have two girls.
Pansexual, I don't. It's not. He doesn't walk around talking about his dick all day. Like that's just not a thing.
I can't imagine. I can't. Although, like all my guy friends in my life have always talked about their knobs. Not even gonna lie, it's a thing.
See, this is the media's fault. It's media's fault. It's the society's fault for making dudes think we want to hear them talk about that.
Right. And making it okay to say, like, boys will be boys. Boys will talk about it. Yeah.
No.
Is it raining? Going up the hill.
Yeah.
She's going up the hill.
The windy, cold hill. Whoa. That room is beautiful. I want to go read a book in that room.
Really?
Yeah. I want to go
have on the wallpaper though.
Well, I don't think I want to live there, but like, yeah, come on, that's a cozy couch. Sit up on that cozy couch with a blanket and an edible and a great book. That's a good night.
It's a good night. And tissue.
Tissue for when I get to a sad part of the book.
So she needs to take off her coat. Here's the thing.
She does.
So when you are out and you are wearing a heavy coat, and you go someplace, and even though you're cold, like you get to your destination, the first thing is you take off your coat so your body can adjust to the temperature, to the ambient temperature in the room.
Sure.
And so if you keep your coat on, then your body gets used to that. And then the longer you keep your coat on, the more your body adjusts for it. And then the colder you get when you do take it off. Just saying. I have a problem with when people keep their coats on when I watch a movie and they still have their coats on and it's been like 10 minutes.
Well, but she's too heartbroken to take her coat off. her heart off. Don't take your heart off. You'll die. Yeah. She's too heartbroken. She kissed a woman once and now her life is over. To be fair, she does run into this woman all the time.
That's that, like she didn't see her ever. And then all of a sudden the day of her wedding, she sees her now all the time.
Couldn't not see her anymore.
And, first kisses are pretty fucking amazing. I get it. But, the whole U-Haul, let's go. We kissed. We must now live together.
Nah. Had some bad first kisses. Have you never had a bad first kiss?
I have. We've talked about it. I've had a bad. Remember when they asked me, like, hey, what'd you think?
Oh, yeah.
Still just creeps me out to this day.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Isn't he drunk? Is he drunk here?
Yeah. I think he's also depressed because he knows she doesn't want to be with him.
Right.
Look at the wake of broken hearts she's leaving.
I mean, she's really cute. She's apparently cute. Smart.
Right? Good for her.
I mean, that's the problem. These cute girls, you fall for them. There's the couch they fought over at the auction.
That is a nice couch.
I would much rather read a book there than I would in the other place. The other place, I feel like the walls are closing in, especially after an edible with those big flowers. They would come after me. So that is a much better space to just like chill.
That's fair. I can. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Turning up the volume.
It's a big serious moment.
Oh yeah, he's asleep.
What percent of this film do you think she has this expression on her face for?
85%. In every movie she's ever played and in every show she's ever been in.
She looks this distressed. Yeah. Yeah. Except when she's dancing on a bar top.
But even then, that's only like 10% of the movie.
Yeah, I'm not willing to go check. I've seen it once. I'm good.
Right. Have you ever played like you were asleep when somebody was like having a heart-to-heart with you?
No. Have you?
I'm trying to think. I think I might have. Because you know me, I don't like to face problems. I like to run from them.
That would be an effective way to do it. Although it would be much funnier if it's like somebody's trying to have a tough conversation with you and you just pretend that you have narcolepsy and you're like, I'm out of both this conversation and
like
awakeness.
Yeah. Because I'm so stressed, I automatically shut down.
Yeah. And that's where you can tell them later, look, I'm so sorry I never talked to you about my latent narcolepsy. Difficult conversation brings it on. It's very awkward. I've had relationships end because of this. I'm really sorry.
Fall asleep.
So when Neil was growing up, his dad's favorite game to play with him and his sister was that he would play dead. But he would like keep the game going for too long.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, he's so lazy. That was the game.
That is hilarious. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, her hair looks more red.
It does. Well, you know, maybe she did that. Not that they were really together, but maybe she did that post breakup. Got to change her hair.
Right. What's he forcing? What's he saying?
Fuck
Dumb
you.
Slut.
Fuck you. Yeah, go away. Again, this is the guy who earlier in the film says he doesn't care if he sleeps with women who are attached. He doesn't get to do this. Right. What he gets to do is go eat his own dick.
Right.
That's what he gets to
knob.
do. Yeah. Oh, good. There's my coworker again.
Oh my gosh. How to be a domestic goddess.
Oh, it is Nigella Lawson. Oh my God. So I've been watching the latest season of Drag Race UK, and they just had their there's every season of Drag Race they do a match game parody. They call it the Snatch Game. And so all the drag queens impersonate a celebrity, and one of them, her name is Ella Vidae, did one of Nigella Lawson that was so good. So good. I think my favorite was when, I forget why, but she was talking about like the best way to cook something is in the microwave, and I'm like, microwave, so good. It's the best. Oh man, I think the guy who plays Heck is actually a really good actor. Yeah, like his face acting is really good.
Yeah.
I love how her dad is like, I'm just gonna be the most clueless person ever. That's fine.
Oh.
I do feel like the pacing on this is a little weird.
Well, that got him to laugh at least.
Oh, that mother is all of us.
I know. But I love you. Come back. I'm not going to leave you.
Yep. He looks like a guy. He looks like he would leave and go put on an Oasis album and cry.
Right. And drink the whole bottle of scotch.
Oh, yes. Almost certainly.
When I was a kid and I always watched movies or read books where they drank scotch, I always thought it was butterscotch.
I mean, that's what you make butterscotch with.
So I'm thinking scotch tastes like butterscotch, but it really doesn't. FYI,
No.
Spoiler alert, it does not.
Very different. It tastes very different. The effect is very different.
Right.
I'd kind of like to try to make some real butterscotch sometime though. I have some like really good scotches that I can't drink anymore because I'm 95 and they give me reflux. And it might be sacrilegious to make butterscotch with scotch that's that nice, but on the other hand,
it might be really good Christmas candy. Oh my gosh, make it happen.
Oh yeah.
I want this to happen.
This could happen. Yeah, I need to think about that. See, trollop isn't nice either.
No, we've had better. Slut, trollop. What else?
Also, why is everybody blaming her? Why doesn't anyone blame Piper Perabo, who very willingly kissed Loose?
Loose. It's loose.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So funny here. I can't make it work.
As are you. Well spotted.
Mom's gonna have
I love how mad she gets at that. We're not old.
Aww.
Yeah, right? That sucks.
Oh, she just seems like a nagger.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems like he's fun.
Yeah.
I want to touch her shirt.
Like I feel like she'd slap your hand.
I'll ask permission first. Come on.
Well, what you need to do is give her shouting lessons.
That's true.
And if you do that, then you get to touch her shirt and her underboobs. So there you go.
Are you coming? No.
Okay. The spooky, neglected child.
I want to call my boyfriend.
Right?
That's what she's doing. I don't care about my sissy. I'm going to call my boyfriend.
And then maybe he'll say something about his knob.
It comes later in the relationship.
Right? God, you hope. Not at 10, please and thank you.
I know. I'm going to leave now.
No. Now go to the continent. Well, did she?
Did she do something wrong? I'm thinking, well, what define wrong? Are there any like
same
rules
pants
for love? Same pants.
Are there rules for love? I don't know. Well, I think it's everybody has their own code. I mean, there's like generally accepted codes, and like don't cheat is kind of one of them. But at the same time, it's like I think this is one of those movies that show like it's kind of nuanced. It's not always as easy as don't cheat or they cheated. Or, right?
Ever easy.
Well, I think people like the easy answers.
People like easy answers, and they want it to be easy,
and they love the moral high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, like that feels like a highly indefensible. Like if I say this, if I just say I'm completely against cheating, again going back to lesfic, right? If I say I'm against cheating, nobody can say there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
Meanwhile, I love that like once a decade Georgia Beers releases another cheating romance because it feels like the biggest middle finger, but like in a really liberating, awesome way, not like in a shitty way. I don't know if that makes sense, but kind of just this is a story that needed to get written. And so I'm writing it. I'm not shying away from it because I'm afraid of what the readership thinks. Cause like The Shape of You was her most recent cheating romance, not her most recent of all of her romances. I remember being fascinated by that book because it's a woman. Have you read it?
No, I haven't.
Cool. So it's a woman who's getting married to a man, and I think to a man. Wait, is it? No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's to another woman. I'm so sorry if Georgia listens to this. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. I probably did. But so anyway, it's a woman who's getting married and she goes to a bridal boot camp and she ends up falling for the instructor. And like, she is very much with her fiance when she bangs the instructor. And it ends with an optimistic ending, but at a place where I'm like, I don't actually know what happens next for sure.
So it's not really a happy for now?
I would call it a happy for now.
Okay.
And it feels correct given the rest of it. And now I'm going to do a controversial thing, and I'm going to look at the Goodreads score.
The mean reads. I am getting ready to, well, I'm not getting ready. Like the next book I'm writing after I write this book, the next book, I will have cheating in it ish.
Oh, right? Go on with your bad
Settle
self.
the fuck down, everybody.
Good. So it's not, she has a lot of books on Goodreads. Jesus Christ.
Has a lot of books. I told her I can't keep up with her.
No,
Melissa,
I can't either.
I try. I really try hard.
No.
I think the last book I read was Fear of Falling. That was the last Georgia book I read.
That might be the last one I did as well.
You're her, aren't you?
Yes,
I'm her. The mom just asked her if she was her, and she's like, "Yeah, I am."
Oh, yes. Speaking of face acting, okay, that woman customer plus the woman at the video shop are my favorite people in this whole film.
Like there is sometimes people say something and you just can't hide it. You can't hide it.
Incredible. Oh, that would be me. I have no poker face.
You don't. You don't. You don't.
No, I try, but like my face is way too
expressive.
Thank you. That's exactly the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I think I can really I think I do okay, but I could be wrong.
I'm trying to get better. Like if it's like a one-on-one conversation, it's a really serious conversation. I try to if something really gives me pause, just take that moment and say, okay, tell me more about that. Like before, so I can as I hear more. Yeah. Right. Right.
So everybody in London showed back up.
Right.
There's no traffic ever.
The zombies have been taken care of.
Right.
It is repopulating. Oh. Hang on.
What?
Where did I have to do that fun thing now where I follow the thread in my head, and this only works. I'm going to talk very slowly while I find the movie I'm thinking of with Simon Pegg. The zombie movie, the Simon Pegg.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead. Yes. Shaun of the Dead.
Which was in 2004. What if they're in continuity with each other?
London, zombies.
This is repopulating after they take care of the zombies.
Okay. I think you're right.
Yes.
Shaun of the Dead. I love that movie.
It was fun.
It was a fun movie.
I don't typically like those kinds of movies, but yeah,
I was just thinking, you're not a zombie person.
No, I'm not a horror anything kind
of person. On Halloween, I watched The Conjuring 2 just because it was Halloween and I had to watch a scary movie. Yeah.
I did not do that. I had an edible, surprise, surprise, and was handing out candy, but we didn't have that many kids come by the house for candy. And I'd had the edible, so I ate a lot of the Halloween candy instead.
I was freaking out because I thought I was running out. And it's funny because I was dressed in my Aquaman And this one kid, maybe 7 years old, like, thank
Yeah.
you, God.
Oh,
That my
that's so
Aquaman was
cute.
God. I'm like, that is the
That's
best
amazing.
thing ever.
No.
Yeah, so that was sweet.
I don't know, we had some groups of kids, but then my kids got too cold and they wanted to hand out the candy. And I was like, okay, have fun. So I got to put all of my contouring knowledge that I've acquired from watching Drag Race and Trixie Mattel's channel into doing the makeup for my youngest because she wanted to be a witch. I
saw some makeup that was amazing.
I contoured that kid's nose. It wasn't just her cheeks.
Blend was beautiful.
Thank you. Did I get liquid lipstick on her teeth? Yes.
Well, that's just gonna happen. I mean, kids, they don't understand.
So I said, let's pretend that you were a witch and you're drinking blood. And she said, I'm a witch and I ate babies. And I'm like,
oh my God, that's
far. Too far. That's horrifying. Oh yeah.
Oh, where did they get this? Oh, there you go.
She did her own diaphragm yell.
There's nobody behind her.
She only touched her tummy though. Her hands are quite low compared to earlier. All right, let's run on top of cars. Who gives a shit?
I mean,
what can you do? You can yell really loud. Yes, I agree. You can do that. Yelling.
It's so funny. Whenever I see scenes like this, here's where my head goes as an adult. Besides the whole, you're going to dent my fucking car.
Yes.
Get down. But I think about what about the plane ticket? Are they going to get a refund? Things like that. I worry about things like how much money are you losing on this, or how much money are you running away from? It's
a good question.
I think it's a fair question.
Although, again, if she's going to somewhere in Europe, that would have been a time when you could get like a 1 pound flight.
20. Yeah, exactly.
She's losing at most with airport fees, what, 100 pounds?
Maybe. But what about like hotel fees and stuff?
Look at Piper Parabo's hair.
And
how cute she is. Tell me she's not worth losing 500 pounds.
Okay, maybe you're right. I'm thinking though, like if I had to choose, who would you choose?
Between the two of them?
Yes.
That's a rude question.
It is a rude question. You? I love it.
Oh,
you and me. No matter.
I don't know. You answer first.
Yeah, she first. Okay, so character-wise, if I had to pick, I'm going to turn it off because we're good.
I'd probably choose Luce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Rachel's too unsure, like too.
And looks like she's 15.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no for me.
Oh, I would date her.
Oh, damn it! I turned it off already. I told you I was turning it off.
No, why did you do that?
What? It's a shit.
It keeps going.
The credits. I was like, okay, we're done.
Oh my God. I'm going to share my screen with you.
Oh yeah. Share.
All right. Yeah, because it's during the credits. They basically do the epilogue.
I don't know this.
You don't know this?
No.
This is the woman I said I would date. She's so cute.
She's adorable.
Oh,
yeah. I totally missed this. I've never seen this.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. She and her boyfriend.
Yeah, with her boyfriend in the park. Yeah, so this is how he talked about wanting to write travel guides or something like that. This is him going and living his dream.
What?
And he's going to get rewarded with this incredibly hot woman. See, that's a terrible thing I just said. Rewarded. Like you can just give a woman.
Oh my God, you sexist pig.
Right? It's the culture. It's in my brain. Yeah. I gotta say, I am so glad they did this because like.
That's cute.
As much as it's like what, a 20-second epilogue for them, maybe a minute. I think the movie needed it. Given where it ended with them like just running and making out, like that's great, but like what's next? I need some kind of reassurance that they're still together. But see, look at this. It ends there with him.
Yes. See, you're right.
It ends with him. So whose movie is this?
So it's the movie for the people. And it's a movie to say that, hey, guess what? It's okay that this happened because everybody turned out okay. Mm-hmm. It all happened for a reason.
Yes. But again, I say, so I went into this thinking it's about these two women getting together. Yeah. He gets the last word.
Right. But I also think it's just about relationships in general.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it's just because, I mean, obviously everything's a relationship regardless. You know, you have the parental units, the raisins with the kids, the kid, and then you have the friendships, you have the sexual tension relationships, because we all have them. Do we have them? Do you have any sexual tension relationships?
What, you and I? Like with each other?
Not us.
Not that I've noticed.
I mean, like in your life, in real life, is there anybody that you're just like, like maybe not sexual tension, maybe crushes?
Oh, sure.
Like, but in fact, it's been like we've been like under lockdown for 2 years. I don't even know what a crush is anymore. I've forgotten.
Oh yeah, no. I have a friend who she loves to flirt with me all the time, but like she's kidding, so it's fine. And so I like to make her uncomfortable by calling her on it.
Kidding, the non-kidding.
Oh, is anybody not kidding? Not as far as I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm oblivious. But that was a movie. I had fun. I thought that was a pretty fun movie.
That was. It was fun, and I can't believe I never saw the ending. I like credits. I'm like, I'm out. It was one of the so here's what we decided. So like out of a score of 1 to 10, where does this fall for you, even in today's standards?
I give it like a 6.5.
Yeah, it's gonna go about a 7. I would give it about a 7 because
I could go up to 7.
You know, good for Rachel Piper. Good for her for actually doing something about it. Like so many people don't do anything. You know, they're like, oh no, I'm married. I don't want to like rock the boat. I don't want to get out of this relationship for anything because I don't know if this is really worth it. If this is, you know, especially she doesn't know anything about the lifestyle. She doesn't really know anything. And so she's taking a big chance by leaving her husband, although technically he left her. But so, you know, that was a big move for her. So that was, you know, how many people do you know who did that? Not very many.
Not many. So if you enjoyed that and you have a request for a future commentary, email us at podcast@queerlyrecommended.com. We can't make any promises, but it just might happen if you find something that's queer and fun. Until next time, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. It was fun.